Hello, hi, and welcome back to my channel. Now, guys, we are back with a brand new reality TV show called Life with Felix hlophe. Yay, guys, in wazi wasilaya bandla umusamseleko because listen, ever since he came out with his own isitembu, amadoda sana are coming out to play. Okay, amadoda are coming out to play. It seems like kahle kahle le ndaba yesithembu has been a thing, has been a thing. Amadoda has always been into isithembu, just nje thina besingazi, because we have Felix hlophe, who is also a radio presenter, businessman, you name it, okay? Comedian as well. Apparently, he thinks he is funny. So, he is married. He is married to this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous honey. Listen, his wife, not the one that you're seeing on the screen now. No, the one that you're seeing on the screen now with the black dress. She's gorgeous. She's a 10. She's a 10, 10, 10. She's a 10, okay? And I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know why would you be married to this gorgeous Han and still want more. Yay! Makuthiwa amadoda awanelisana, makuthiwa amadoda izinto ezinganeliseki. This is what they mean, because Tracy, guys, in utheni. Yay, gorgeous. But Kesana, she's married to this man called Felix hlophe, and yeah, apparently guys, they got married. Tracy Beno Felix hlophe, they were living happily ever after. No, let me not lie, okay? So when they first met, and this is what Tracy said, when they first met, actually Felix was in a relationship with someone else, but yeah, Tracy was like, shapa castina, shapa. Tracy was there to snatch the man, from this other hand that Felix was actually in a relationship with. So Tracy snatched the man, they got married, okay? But she does say that during the course of their relationship, marriage, there had been so much fidelity, meaning that Felix has been stepping outside of their marriage for number of times. I'm like, hi, girl. And she started to get teary, when she talks about the infidelity that has been happening in her marriage. So listen, only first episode has played, and the song we are like, loudspeaker. Yay, guys. Someone said marriage is hard. Someone said, yay, if you see these honeys with their rings, don't ever be fooled into thinking that they are living the dream life, okay? Do not ever be fooled. They are actually having it tough. They are actually having it hard, because marriage, loudspeaker phaya, okay, ziyakhala, ziyaduma, all that you can think of is happening in marriage. So with that being said, Tracy being very tearly, talking about her experience in marriage, and how and the fact that she has just been finding it hard, to cope and to deal with marriage, in her own marriage, in her own marriage, things has been like totally difficult and impossible, and just things has just not been good in her own marriage for the longest time, but she does also emphasize, because the highs are good, the highs are good, but the lows are low as well. So ke guys, amadoda ayakhilana guys, yazi amadoda ayakhilana kahle kahle kunendaba ukuthi umuhle umubi uzogileka nje yazi uzokhileka. Yay. So Tracy, guys, look how beautiful she is. She says that her husband asked her if she could introduce side cheeky. I'm like, huh? Like, guys, Ngicela ukubuza vele, how does your husband get the courage to ask you if he can or if he could introduce a side chick to you? Like, how does he get that courage? How? Like, explain that part to me. Okay? And also, you, how do you take it knowing that your husband has just asked you to introduce a whole side? Guess sana angeke. Like, I would take that as a huge like yazini ngafuna umuntu sana, because like, why? Like, ngizoyenzani mina intombi yakho uma usu-introduce kimina ke usungazisile ukuthi hayi no nginentombi and all this, ngizoyenze njani-ke mina ngentombi yakho nkosi yami, eyakho noma eyami usufuna ukuyi-introduce kumina. Anyway, apparently it seems like Tracy girl was down for it. You know, she was like, okay, it's fine, introduce me to your side. And I think that's how Ayanda Bengu got to be in the picture of these two young weds couple. And honestly, in my speculations, you know, looking at them, it seems like Tracy is just in her early 30s, or she has just touched base in her 30s. And Felix looks like someone who's probably in his late 40s going to 50s. Sana amadoda akuveze benangaki ngicela ukubuza ngeke ayibo mina ngitsho ukuthi phase, you know, it's a phase thing, you know, it's surely gonna pass. It's surely gonna pass. Kanti lutho yazini ayingeke bafethu ayingeke like ukubona nje umuntu ona 40 50 eklabhini, it's distasteful, because you're just like umdala, kumele ngabe unomkakho nezingane zakho manje usagroove eklabhini ngeke. So yeah guys, it seems like Felix asked to introduce side chick baby girl Tracy, and Tracy nkosi yami was down for the side, and the side chick was name was then introduced to us, and it was called Ayanda Bengu. And let me tell you, before they even made this reality TV show, the papers has already picked it up. It was a big storyline at some point that there is a new person in Felix and in Tracy's life, and this new person is Ayanda Bengu, this woman that you're seeing on the screen right now. The paper picked up that story and ran with it. Ran with it. So in the first episode, we see ukuthi uAyanda nkosi yami akawona lo girl ofana no Trace, lo girl abazobekezela bathi nkosi yami ngoba ngishadile awuthi ngibekezele ebuhleni nasebi uAyanda was just like. And also it seems like, I don't know, reading their WhatsApp text, because their WhatsApp text was linked, okay, at some point it seems like Felix was still on his way to pay Lobola, but Lobola have not yet been paid, which then means that they are still dating. But even so, it seems like Felix has already gotten Ayanda a house, bought her 2 cars, you know, like nje right, okay, you know. But then between Felix and Ayanda, both of their relationship, aside of Tracy, it seems like they have trust issues themselves. They do not trust one another. They are always suspecting one another of cheating. Kuninsi in between their relationship, okay? And because Felix Tracy has confirmed there has been a number of infidelities in her marriage, okay, way before even Ayanda was in the picture. So if Ayanda were to suspect that Felix is cheating, so that's true because Tracy has been able to just kind of accept, because this is my husband and he cheats, you know, and this is who he is and this is how he is. Little did Felix know that Ayanda is not that kind of a woman, okay? She is not going to accept any cheating husband, any tonton, okay? So the episode actually started with Ayanda, who has packed the house clean sana, She took everything that belongs to her and loves the cars. She was like, these cars do not belong to me, and probably if I can go with the car, the owner will track down the car and the car will be taken back from me. So she was just like, let me save myself the stress and just live with what I got. Okay. So Felix is called in the house by a caretaker who then informs him that his wife to be, or rather his fiancée, has left. Okay, he is shocked. Okay, he is in shambak. Him being shocked, honestly, to me, it looks kind of fake. It does. It looks so staged and so faked. Okay. But he's shocked, and then Tracy also comes to the house. Listen, Tracy, my girl, was so happy. The girl seems like her and Ayanda really have overstepped on each other's toes, and they don't get along very well. So Tracy enkosam ubejabule enye indlela ungayazi. So Tracy then wants her husband to emphasize was indeed it's over. You know, what has happened between, or what was happening between himself and Ayanda is now over, gone, dusted. Okay, but not ke Felix nkosi yami othi nje inhliziyo yakhe ibhlungu, futhi nje usafuna nje ukusmoothishiwa, futhi nje yazini usafuna nje ukuthoshwa amanxeba. Cabanga, ufuna ukuthoshwa amanxeba ubani? uTracy. So I mean, ngendlela futhi akamphendule ngayo Tracy, wathi wena Tracy, you know, it just makes you wonder ukuthi if you can udinekele umfazi wakho phambi ngama-camera in that manner, in that way, and vele nje umdinekele bandla umfazi wakho, it then makes us wonder ukuthi yey kahle kahle umfazi wakho ke ama-camera mengasekho umdinekele okungakanani. Shothi umdinekela times 10, shothi umdinekela times 20, because now ama-camera wasekho phela, you know, akusekho vele ukuthi kumele kupretend ulani, because indlela avele adineka ngayo Felix, it was so unjustified. It was so unjustified, and ngendlela nje akhulume yabuhlungu ngayo ngo-Tracy, guys, yini mina nje angiyithandanga. And you know, ngaleso sikhathi ngosami uFelix ungaze uyitshela ukuthi u10, akayiwona ngisho na u10 ngemtakama, like akayena u10, yazi akayena u10. Tracy is so gorgeous, so gorge, and just does not deserve the treatment that obviously Felix gives her. And I know you're all gonna be like, oh, we're judging based on the screen. Okay, yes, we are judging based on the screen. Okay, definitely I am judging based on what we were shown on TV. But however, Tracy herself confirms in her own diary section ukuthi Felix nkosam ubemgowishisa left, right and center with infidelity in their marriage. Okay, lalela bekuthi nje namhlanje kunale side chick kusasa sekunenye, usathi usadila nale sekunenye futhi yey awucabangi. Okay, and this is sad, you know, it's so sad ukuthi I mean, I could say that Tracy have a low self-esteem, because I don't understand why she allowing this. I don't. It's yo guys, and that's when people have money. Yeah, abantu babenemali, they will use money to manipulate you into doing things that you don't really like, but you find yourself doing them because you are being manipulated using the tool called money. And I don't know, guys. I feel like Tracy is a good stepmom, because I saw her touching base with Felix's older daughters, you know, going as far as assisting in making them, or rather, you know, participating in choosing for a matric dance, a dress, and all that. You know, it's only a caring mom who will go as far as just being involved in your children's life, in your children's activities, what they're doing, what they're experiencing for the first time, this and that. It's honestly only a super caring mom who will go as far and reach as far as those limits, you know. So definitely I would say that Tracy is such a good mom, but also Tracy now had to ask the older children. Yeah, it seems like drama because the older children now are like, ziku loudspeaker ekhaya kuyagowisha ekhaya, like kuloya muzi, like alikho nje la mahala, hlezi nje kugowishwa, hlezi kugowishwa every day, every chance that nje iyatholakala kuyagowa, you know. And I don't know how I felt about Tracy trying to involve the children, because I mean, she did say that we don't tell the children much. Whatever that happens between me and their father, really, they are not as much involved. And I'm just looking at her. I'm like, girl, please tell us. You respect the fact that we are adults and we do not have to believe what you are saying right now, because it's totally bull. It is a bull what you are currently saying right now to us. Like, I don't know, bro, but please tell us that you respect us enough that you do not expect us to believe what you're saying. Please, you know. And those were the only things that were going through my mind at the time, because I couldn't believe what she was saying herself. Like, I don't even think she herself believes what she's saying, you know, because it's not it. It's not it. It can't be it, you know. And coming back to Felix, hey guys, I don't know how old is he, I must say, but he definitely does look like he's already in his 40s. But he have a group of friends, a man who is in his late 30s, mid 30s, going to, and still have like 10 friends that you hang around with in every other weekend. That's a red flag, okay? That's a red flag, okay? Because a man is meant to stay with his wife and raise his kids. That's what he's meant to do. He's not meant to go out on every weekend with his group of friends, talk bunch of nonsense and da. Like, no, guys, I know myself. I cannot be, and I wouldn't be able to be married to such a man. Like, as long as he have a bunch of friends that comes to visit him, or they go, like, that man and I can just, like, things can never work between me and that man. Judging from my personality, my man is my man, and I want him home all the time, Kesana. I want him home. I want him helping out with children's homework. I want him participating in our home activities and leaving the streets, and understand that he is now a family man. Let's boys run the streets, okay? Now, let's talk about a man who is actually in his 40s. No, I would die, you know. Felix honestly comes across as someone who is running the streets. A top dog of the streets, get some sana, you know, like, he's definitely not enough, you know. He still wants to be within the streets, you know. He wants to run the streets, be in the streets, you know, streets this, streets that. And you can just tell, this person, the only thing that he wants, that he looks forward to, is to be in the streets, you know. As long as he's in the streets, he's happy. As long as the streets are being he's happy, which then makes him wonder, no wonder his lifestyle, no wonder, because he got home, the first thing he said was like, I want a whiskey, please get me that whiskey. Guys, for me, it sounds so distasteful. Honestly, but to me, it just sounds so distasteful. Ubaba umebuyile, mina ingane ijabule, says, "How, Daddy, are you back? Please help me with this homework." Or, "Oh, Daddy, you know, ubaba umebuyile nje, you know, you're gonna entertain your kids for 2 seconds, and your kids just already know ubaba would ask us to fix him a drink any day from now, anytime from now." Anyway, guys, I don't know, you know, each to its own, but I can just understand why perhaps Tracy not Tracy, or rather Felix is the way that he is. You know, there are men who likes the ideal of marriage but do not like marriage itself, you know. But the idea of, oh, I would like to get married, you know, that idea of just having a wife and all that, they like it. But marriage itself, they don't want it at all. But anyways, anyhows, this definitely does bring us to the end of the review. If you do love and enjoy our reviews, would give this video a huge thumbs up, and I will see you on the next one when, of course, I'm bringing you more reviews. Till then, please do stay blessed, and I love you.